Hey everybody, this is Gary Fox with Christ is King Ministries. And I want to come to you here this morning when I'm recording this, just to remind you once again that Jesus is the Savior. Jesus is the one who saves. Now, I know that those of you that have been raised in various different religious traditions may be given or have been left with the impression that you need to participate somehow, or you need to add to what Jesus has done on your behalf, that you need to be kind of saving yourself. And I'm praying for you, and I'm praying that God will release you from that bondage and the way that you're thinking, and that you will be set free by the power of the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ that says this: Jesus is the one who saves sinners. You're not saving yourself. He is the one who saves. And when you begin to grasp that, when you begin to understand that He's the one that calls you forth, He's the one that seeks you out, He's the one that redeems you, you're not calling out to Him initially. You're not the one who is seeking Him out initially. You're not the one redeeming yourself. He's doing that. When you begin to understand that and begin to rest in that, you will begin to have within your heart explosions of living water will spring up and explode like geysers out of your heart. You then will begin to be, without even conjuring anything, it'll just start coming out of you, explosions of worship and gratitude for all that the Lord has done in your life and for you to save you. He saves His people from the beginning all the way to the end. He does all the process. All we do is respond in faith to what He's done. Think back in John chapter 11, when Jesus' dear friend Lazarus died, and he received word that his friend Lazarus, they were ministry partners. He had his sisters Mary and Martha and Lazarus were friends and partners of Jesus. They would, when Jesus was in town, they would bring Him in and His disciples and would care for them and feed them and shelter them. Jesus found out Lazarus had died. Jesus waited. Found out he was sick. Jesus waited to make sure he was dead before He started heading over. And they said, Jesus, why did you wait so long? And Jesus said this: I'm the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he is dead, yet shall he live. And then Jesus went to the tomb, and what did He do? He commanded Lazarus to come forth. He said, Lazarus, come forth. And guess what? Lazarus came forth. Jesus didn't stand in front of the tomb and say, Lazarus, if you want to come forth, come forth. Lazarus, if you so will, if you choose to, come forth. That's not what Jesus said. And that's not what Jesus said to you when you were saved. Now, it may seem like that somehow we made a decision, but it's Jesus that triggered something in us. Actually, I pointed to my head. I should have pointed to my heart. He starts right here. He melts our heart, and it triggers a response out of our head. When Jesus called you to salvation, He said, come forth. And you came forth. He's the one who saves. Just like He did with Lazarus, that's what He does with you. That's what He's done with me. So when we say all praise and glory and honor belongs to Him, that's what we're talking about. He does all the work. He does all the saving. So you be released this morning or this evening or this afternoon or whenever you're watching this. You be released. Salvation is in His hands. He's the deliverer. He's the captain. He's the redeemer. He's the savior. And it is in Him and Him alone that we trust for our salvation. God bless you.